Evening, guys. Welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic because we all need a little bit of loving, guys. We all need a little bit of loving. Now, before I go any further, check that ticker bar below. Please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Remember, subscription is free. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button right now. Okay. Well, what do you think? Wales 5, Belarus 1. Walk in the park, really. Results yesterday meant that Wales was guaranteed a playoff place because of the nations tournament. I don't really know, if I'm honest with you, I don't really know how that works, but the press and people were telling me that they were guaranteed a place. They now lie in second place in the group going into the last round of the game. So just bear with me a sec, guys. And right, first of all, let's go into this Wales game tonight. Aaron Ramsey, he set the game off to a flyer really in the second minute with his first goal of the game. Nico Williams then hit the second Welsh goal on the 20th minute. It was 2-0 at half time. Aaron Ramsey then a penalty in the 50th. Ben Davies then off his shoulder in the 77 made it 4-0. A beautiful strike actually by the Belarusian player to make it 4-1. And then Connor Roberts then in the last minute making it 5-1. Looking at the tables, if I can get it up. Where are we? Group. Where is it? Yeah, Group E. Belgium top, 19 points. Wales second with 14. Czech Republic on 11. Estonia on 4. Belarus on 3. Now, it's the second playoff. Now, as far as I'm aware, Wales could have a home tie in the semi-finals. It is a one-legged semi-final, and then it goes on to a playoff final. I'm led to believe. They change it every single time. Yeah, I mean, guys, if I'm wrong, please tell me in the chat as well. Wales play Belgium now at home. We always seem to have Belgium, don't we? We always seem to have Belgium. But anyway, let's look at the other scores first of today, because I tell you what, my accumulator was absolutely smashed to pieces of that bloody result in Oslo earlier on in Norway. Right, Bosnia 1, Finland 3. Now I watched that game. Finland were down to 10 men and they went 2-0 up. France 8, Kazakhstan 0. Belgium 3, Estonia 1. Wales 5. Belarus 1, as we know. Norway 0, Latvia 0. Now, Norway were in a playoff position at that point going into that game. Turkey 6, Gibraltar 0. Montenegro 2, Holland 2. So that would have been a coupon buster as well. Yesterday, it was Italy 1, Switzerland 1. Northern Ireland 1, Lithuania 0. Moldova 0, Scotland 2. Austria 4, Israel 2. Denmark 3, Faroes 1. Andorra 1, Poland 4. England convincingly 5-0 against Albania, and Hungary 4-0 against San Marino. I didn't really look at it. I actually also had Holland on my accumulator tonight, but because the Norway game finished earlier, I knew my accumulator bust, so I didn't bother. But anyway, let's go into the comments. Now, we all know what's been happening in recent days, so it is a police matter. Let's just let's leave them deal with it. Anyone mentions it in the comments in the chat, you will be timed out or banned from the channel. Okay, I'm giving you a warning. Leslie, hi Leslie, hope you're well. No, Leslie, you went for 3-0. It is nice to have a live chat. Things have gone on obviously recently. But yeah, it's not, I prefer, if I'm honest with you guys, I prefer uploads. I do prefer uploads because I can do my other things in and around the day. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's nice to be back. Nice to speak to you, Leslie. Wales played quite well. I know it's Belarus, but a win's a win. A win is a win, my friend. Look, I'm a bit cynical when it comes to football sometimes. I do really think that draw against Estonia at home could bite this on the backside. It could bite it. I don't know why, but I think it could. Crankers, hi Crankers, hope you're well. I haven't seen you before, but welcome to the channel. What a game we smashed them. Yeah, we did. I thought Belarus would have put a stronger performance out than they did, going on the reverse fixture. Yeah, maybe an early goal by Ramsey put them to bed quite early on, I suppose. Cameron, hi Cameron. Hope your dad is well. 1 second. All right, guys. 1 second as well. Just let you know. It's Saturday night. It's after football as well. I'm having a drink. Some people can't handle a drink, so the link of drinkaware.co.uk will be in the description. We're on the verge. Little old Wales qualify for a World Cup in our lifetime. I know. But you know what, Cameron? I have seen Wales lose either playoff games or deciding games too many times. Maybe I'm showing my age, but I was there when Wales lost to Romania. I watched on TV when we lost to Scotland at Ninian Park, and it was in my lifetime, although I was too young to remember. It was the Joe Jordan handball incident as well. So listen, there's a lot of nightmares Wales have had in World Cup deciders or playoff games. So let's all keep our feet on the ground at the moment. That's all I say. Adam Cavani. Hi, Adam. Hope you're well. I haven't seen you before. Well done, Wales. Yeah, well done. Absolutely well done. So we move on to Belgium. We move on to Belgium. Guys in the chat, do you think we can get a result against Belgium? No, Wales played with a 4-4-2. Kiefer Moore was obviously suspended for today. Will Kiefer Moore come in? After that result and performance, will Kiefer Moore come in to the starting 11 against Belgium? Because he was only suspended for one game. If Kiefer Moore played tonight, would Wales have had even more goals? Or maybe less? Come on, guys, what do you think? You all know I'm a massive Kiefer Moore fan. I don't know. Sometimes I do think that Page isn't a Kiefer Moore fan. Yeah, I mean, the starting lineup, let's go on the starting lineup for Wales. In goal was Danny Ward. Obviously, it was Bale's 100th cap tonight as well. In goal, Danny Ward, Ampadu, Joe Rawdon, Ben Davis, and Neco Williams, the back four. In midfield, Harry Wilson, Joe Allen, Aaron Ramsey, and Connor Roberts. Then up front, Bale and Dan James. That's, even without Kiefer Moore, that's a pretty strong lineup, isn't it? I'm looking at the the bench. We don't really have much on the bench. Cole will but as a starting 11, that's quite a strong starting 11 if you think of it. Leslie says, yes, I can see Wales done something against Belgium. I mean, let's see what starting lineup Belgium had earlier on. They won 3-1 against Estonia. So fe Courtois yn goal, Vertonghen, Denaya and Castagna, the three at the back. Then Carrasco, Witsel, De Bruyne, Manua in the midfield. Hazard, Vantan and Benteke. Benteke actually scored today as well. Just shows up how poor Estonia are. They say the man of the match was Hazard. Such a strong midfield, though, isn't it? You know, Carrasco, Witsel, De Bruyne, Manua, and you know, Hazard just in front. Oh. I remember 2 games against Belgium, the qualifier at home at Cardiff City Stadium where we won 1-0, and I went to the Leo game, which, you know, to this day is the best football game I've ever experienced. That was in the Euros when we beat them in the quarterfinals. We actually went 1-0 up in Belgium earlier on in the reverse fixture in this group. Now we lost 3-1. Can we get a draw? You just never know. You just never know. I tell you, you know, Leslie thinks so can get something out of it. Listen, we've qualified. We're in the playoffs. I mean, Belgium, we can't go automatic, surely. We can't, can we? Let's look at this group again. Right, Belgium top with 19. Yeah, Wales second with 14. So we can't qualify. They'd have to have lost tonight. You know, if we get something, we get something. It's one of those games, isn't it? You know, nothing to lose, I suppose. Adam Cavani. Estonia pulled one back. So if Estonia score 1, I'm pretty sure Wales can beat Belgium. But what you got to remember, if you want to go down that kind of philosophy, Adam, what you got to remember is that Wales couldn't beat Estonia in Cardiff. It's all on the night, I suppose. Midnight Rider, hi Midnight Rider, hope you're well. Many thanks for your support in the last few days. I just wanted to say that to you, my friend, and to Leslie as well. Well done, Wales. It's 3 points in the bag. Nice touch marking the anniversary, guys. Yes, very much so. Very much so. And obviously, thoughts go to Guy Speed's friends and family. Many of them would have been in the stadium tonight. Yeah, very much so. Leslie, do you really like... Oh, here we go. I knew he'd bring this up. Do you really like the Cardiff City appointment of new manager? Listen, I don't think it was many options available. Look, Leslie, well, you have to realise, you know, I'm glad actually. I'm glad that, you know, Steve Morrison's been straight with the fans. Very unlikely that there'll be any transfers in the summer, in the January transfer window. Sorry, just give it to us straight. The only way you're gonna get players in is if it's possible to recall players from the loans or players coming up from the under-23s. The under-23s have won 7, lost none in A-League. We got Cohill, Isaac Davis coming through. You know, others coming through. The problem Cardiff had is that the style of play from the under-23s to the first team was completely different. And I just think it's a natural progression for Morrison to be given a go. You know, everyone has enjoyed the different style, different kind of uh, uh, different style, different kind of attacking mentality. And the key thing which got me, Leslie, is that interview with Kiefer Moore, and Kiefer Moore stated all the players are 100% behind Morrison getting the job. The moment he said that, Mehmet Dalman should have been on the phone to Vincent Tan, sort out that, because the last thing the club needs at the moment is the club going against the wishes of the players. You know, that would have been a freaking disaster, and probably relegation on the cup. This way, we've got a chance of getting out of a relegation scrap. Charlie, hi Charlie, hope you're well. What a game! It really was, man. It really was enjoyable. I think it's just all set up now for the Belgium game. Midnight. Yeah, no worries. Cheers, midnight. Surprised Eddie Howe got Newcastle job. Surprised Eddie Howe got a Newcastle job. Eddie Howe has turned down many opportunities. Celtic, he turned down as well. Cardiff is well known. He turned the Cardiff job down. He's turned down a few others. Newcastle, many people thought that Newcastle were just going to spend big straight away. It doesn't really happen like that. If you want to attract big players, those players need to see, the state of a club. Remember when Man City, when money started going in, Man City with Sinawatra, he was the first one putting money into Man City. They had to get a certain standard of a player, which was better than what they have, but to get to the next, it's a stepping stone. It didn't really take Man City. It took Man City about 5 years, really, to start attracting the likes of Kolo Toure and people like that. So it's Eddie Howe. It's a fantastic opportunity for him, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic opportunity for him. I don't know. Do you think he will survive? Yeah, he will survive. They're gonna spend big. They're gonna spend big. Richard Evans, fantastic. Yeah, absolutely fantastic, Rich. And you know what, Richard? Thank you very, very much for your support in recent days. I know that me and you go back a long, long time. Great victory. Let's get to Qatar. And I'm quite positive. Right, mate. No worries. Right, I don't want to talk about it, mate. It's a police matter. The more gets talking, the more stuff can be recorded and so on. Anyway, so just had a message from you as well, Rich. Anyway, just a good day on a whole. Ryan, a few years ago today, the legend, we just mentioned that earlier on, Rich, because they put his photo up, didn't they, just before the end of the game. Geez. I remember hearing about that, really. I remember hearing about it. I don't know, I must have been travelling somewhere because I was definitely in the car and I had to pull over. And it was just, I don't know, incredible, absolutely incredible. But, both John Toshack and Gary Speed started, the progress of getting the youngsters in. International football is completely different to club football. Club football, you can buy and sell, change a team like that, really, in the transfer window. International football is completely different. You have to wait. you have to wait for a new generation of players to come through. That can take 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Spain, the new generation, Spain are now starting to come through, but it's Spain, one of the best countries in Europe, but it's taken them a good 5, 10 years to really start getting the conveyor belt back together. Like I said, have Wales qualified? Well, basically because of the performances in the Nations League or whatever, they'd already had a playoff place. But now tonight's tonight's result, and if we get a positive result against Belgium, that gives us, I think it gives us a seeding in the playoffs. I think guys in the chat, you guys are going to have to help me out. We've got a long way down. Yeah. Oh, Man United, good 7 exposure, mate. Jesus, Man United 7 exposure. You know what? After the nights in 7, Rich, I think I have a complete blackout of about 4 years of my raving days in 7. Yeah, those are days, eh? But hey, I'm still wearing a feeler anyway. Randy, hi Randy. Randy. Oh, Randy, are you watching the cricket tomorrow? I know you from New Zealand, Australia tomorrow. I did go to a T20 group game, England Sri Lanka, and even that in that game, I thought England were a bit shaky. England were a bit shaky, I thought. So I didn't really fancy them to go all the way, although the media and the locals were saying, "Oh, England's strong," but I don't know. Something was telling me. Do you think Neil Warnock will get another champion? Yeah, of course he will. Of course he will. Richard, impressed when he got... Yeah. Danny Gabardon actually tweeted about Nico Williams as well. Thing is, Nico Williams, he's had a lot of abuse really on social media. I think he had to take his Twitter or Instagram account down at one point because of a below average performance in a League Cup for Liverpool. But he's still very young and he's still very raw. Ryan says playoffs is off. Geez, I know I can't. Nations League, I don't have a clue. The Nations League, I do not have a clue. And the playoffs, I do not have a clue either. I think it's a semi-finals and final playoffs, isn't it? Really don't know. Randy says, yes, Brownie, tomorrow. Come on, New Zealand. Well, for you, Randy, for you, my friend, I'm supporting New Zealand tomorrow. Mike Hill, hi Mike, hope you're well. I haven't seen you in here before. Many thanks. Thoughts on winning tonight, Brownie? Strong performance. A confidence building performance to go into that game against Belgium. I hope we get something out of that game. I really do. Something tells me that draw at home against Estonia is going to bite this in the backside. But, it's all that is in the past. Have to concentrate and focus now on Wednesday. Leslie says, hi, Randy. Randy says it's coming home. I'm supporting you now, Randy. Big up for New Zealand for tomorrow. Leslie Island back to New Zealand today. Happy with Cardiff? Yeah, I am as well. Yeah, I think it's slightly lack of. Well, we have to be realistic, Rich. The bottom line is, what good good name manager would come to Cardiff at the moment. It's not an attractive position. There's no money. You got court cases left, right, and centre. Possibly on the verge of administration. They did approach Chris Wilder. They had a chat with Neil Warnock, apparently. It just Cardiff isn't an attractive position at the moment for any manager to put his career and his reputation on the line. That's the bottom line. Box, hi Box. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well, my friend. I've been watching more streams, but not chatting, mate. Okay, no worries. Many thanks, Mike. Much appreciated. And start chatting more, my friend. How's the? You know what? I haven't heard anything about it, mate. I do apologise, Box. Wales have already got a playoff spot. Yeah. Right. Bear with me 1 sec. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm just going to pop to the toilet. 1 second. Right, I'm back. I'm back. Right, here we go. Playoffs will be tough. Man. Playoffs will be tough. I don't know what we get. What do we get? Scotland again? Will we get Scotland again? Box says Netherlands messed up tonight. They absolutely did. Norway did as well. I had money on bloody Norway. It couldn't beat freaking Latvia at home. That one 0-0. Mike, if Wales get a draw against Belgium on Wednesday, I'll be shocked. Or maybe if they get a win. Who knows? You can never tell, can you? You can never tell. No one knew we were going to beat them in the qualifiers. No one knew we were going to beat them in the Euros. You can never tell. Could we get a draw? Now Belgium have qualified. Could they rest players? I don't know. At least we got a playoff position. I just want to be seeded so we can play the likes of bloody Montenegro or Scotland. I'd love to have Scotland in a playoff, if I'm honest with you. Love to, because I was old enough to remember the game. And in fact, I've actually done a video on that a few months ago. the playoff game in which Scotland won, and Jock Sheen died at Ninian Park. There are other teams in which you think, oh, geez, I don't really know how it works, how the draw works, but other teams like Poland and Croatia, you think, oh, you won one M. Sweden, I think, at the moment, although Spain are playing Sweden, I think, in the last game, that would decide who goes through and who goes in the playoffs. Let's see. Richard, never knew about Administration Brownie. I thought they were in a health. Oh, no way, man. They got 3 court cases coming up. One is the latest court case regarding Sam Aman, and he's fighting them and what he thinks he is owed. You also got the Emiliano Sala transfer court case. Do Cardiff owe the transfer fee or don't they? I don't want to talk. Please, let's not talk about that. Let's just wait until. And there's another one. There's another one again. Another director is fighting them because I don't know. It's something about the sale of shares or something, or buy of shares. All in all, Cardiff lose those court cases. They're looking at losing around about 50, 60 million quid. So if that happens, then, it's serious. That's why they haven't bought anybody. That's why they're trying to get every hiring off the wage bill. Something just tells me, although I didn't want to talk about it, I will, because something just tells me that I wish, morally, I just wish Cardiff and Nantes, for the sake of bloody dragging the whole issue through the courts and all that, I just wish both Cardiff and Nantes would come to an agreement over a transfer fee. But, on the other hand, if you didn't owe money, then why would you pay it? I bet both clubs are thinking that way, aren't they? Box playoffs will be tough, very tough, mate. Very, very tough. Mike, if Wales qualify, Paige has done an amazing job qualifying for the Euros, and Mike, I know where you're coming from, mate. I know where you're coming from. But I think with a group of players we had, or the group of players we have coming through, I still think Paige should have done a little bit better, especially with that Estonia game, and in the Euros. I thought his tactics against Denmark were absolutely horrendous in the knockout game against Denmark in the Euros. I thought tactically against Switzerland was a bit, the group game against Switzerland was a bit questionable. I'm not a Paige lover, I'll be honest with you, Mike. But, football's about opinion, isn't it? Haaland is big miss for Norway, very much so. I was watching it because it was on my accumulator. Yeah, Odegaard couldn't do everything on his own. Leslie says, I can see Harry Kane beating Wayne Rooney's record for goal scoring. Can you? Yeah, the thing is, Leslie, right? With these kind of goal scoring records, they're completely different. You can't really compare. Okay, Harry Kane, Wayne Rooney, yeah, you can compare. But when you go up, when it goes back to Guy Lineker, Bobby Charlton, and so on, back then they didn't really have a lot of games against the likes of bloody Pharaohs, or they had much more competitive games back back in the 90s and before then. So I don't really go with international football goal scoring records, but I can see where you point. I can see your point. Kane will get the record. Kane is quite spurt. Yeah, that's fair enough. You got a cheek, Logan, yeah? You got a cheek. You got a cheek, my friend. I'm just going to say this and then we're going to move on. Logan, the amount of nuisance phone calls you have given me in the last few days. In fact, what I'm going to do right, is block you. Because the amount of nuisance phone calls I've had from someone who has been allegedly bullied in school, I'm thinking, hang on, that's hypocritical. You're getting bullied, but yet you bloody been a pain in the ass to myself. Go fuck yourself, mate. Box, Kane only needs a few more. Yeah. And Ethan, Ethan, hope you well, my friend. Yeah, very good win. Very good win, mate. Very good win. And Ethan, you know what? I had your messages the other day. I just want to say thank you very much for your support, mate. Thank you very much for and your support of the channel as well. Yeah, I just want to say that, mate. Mbappe got 4 against. Yeah, they won 7-0, didn't they? They were on my coupon as well. Bloody Norway let me down. But anyway, listen, guys, let's end it there. We've had what 40, well, coming up to 40 minutes. Enjoyed it. Back live streaming. I did actually do an upload about an hour ago, and I enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much for the support, not just to me, but to the channel as well. And look, haters will always hate. Drunks will always drink, and I suppose liars will always lie. Okay, until next time, take care. Hasta luego. Ciao.